Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Monday Motivation. Hope your week has started really well. My name's Steve Clayton, the co-founder of Outbound, and changing up this week's Monday Motivation because we've been exploring some consulting packages of late because there's been two key areas that clients have been coming to us about. Number one is this idea of automation, right? So there's so many tasks that we're doing or so many workflows that could be created to save time for our sellers and even other departments in our business. But really when we ask people, cool, so how much automation have you got set up? The answer is often like, not a lot, if any. Okay, that's number one. And number two is obviously the area of gamification. How do we have team members being motivated from within, self-driven, to do really high-performing activities, smash their targets, have a lot of fun, build the culture, and celebrate? And so what we wanted to do is put together a little bit of an overview for you here and give you a few ideas on how you can introduce automation and gamification into different departments in your business to save you a lot of time, but ultimately help you hit more goals, smash new records. So it's called Game Your Growth. And we really believe in the idea of having a self-driven sales team, gamifying productivity, and rewarding focused action and having a scalable way of doing that well across all different areas of your business. So what we want to cover in this quick video is three key things. Number one, how to set a North Star goal. And this is really the idea of setting something that everyone is aligned to, either as a company or a division, that we all know is, man, that's a measure of success. That's how we know that we're winning. Number two is the idea of then setting actions and missions and treating your work like a game. And what does it look like to turn work into play? And then the third thing is internal motivation. How do you unlock this idea of someone wanting to do great work as opposed to, slugging through the week, Monday through Friday, right? So, and we believe it's a lot around a really good incentivization program and structure that works for everyone. So, step number one. It's play that helps us to do serious things better. And I think it's a big part of attracting great talent in the current workforce and the working world, managing remote staff, but also building culture with those two dynamics, fresh new talent coming through, attracting and retaining talent. And Daniel Debo from Salesforce has sort of said, play and building a culture of play can help us do great work in a whole lot better way, and we've found that to be the case. So, step number one is setting a North Star. And North Stars are essentially having a goal. And really when you think about games, all great games have a goal. A North Star is what we call it. And it's how we understand whether we're winning or not. You can think about this across all different codes of sport, different games, video games, whatever you want to think about as a metaphor here. They all have very specific goals. And so we want to set this into the game and drive the game to hit that North Star. And so it could be a record month in sales. That's a common one. Most leads generated in a month if it's marketing or whatever it may be. And so you want to think about, okay, what do I want my game? Sweet. What's my North Star goal? And get really clear on that. That's step number one. Step number two is then picking some high performing activities, or we just call them actions, right? And we found that less is more. And this is really interesting as we've been developing the game and playing it with companies around the world. What started out as having like 12 different actions has been consistently refined, and we're finding that the winning number is having around 5 to 7 key high-performing activities. And these are actions that are really going to make a difference. And mostly what we call lead measures. So the lead measures are those things that are within your control, that are really going to help you hit that North Star goal. So in sales, it could be things like outbound calls or personalized videos or meetings, but it can also be qualitative things like exercise and personal development or learning and onboarding. The use cases are massive. It's whatever's going to point you to that North Star. Step number two, and this is where we've put a bit of proprietary thinking into it, is how do we then incentivize these actions and really reward value? And so we've built a way or an algorithm of essentially incentivizing key activities and then rewarding bonus coins for missions based on the value that it brings to your business. And so, we work with you and consult with you to gamify the different functions in your business. And then finally, we set some sprint times. So this could be how long you want to run the game for. So a lot of players run like 4 games a year, so 90-day sprints. Other teams play 30-day games, or you could even run like a 7-day blitz or even power hours within these different games. And then the missions are essentially the ways that we manage how many actions we're going to be taking over that particular time. It's really cool to see the momentum and how that actually plays out in terms of results. So it's really cool. So these become your actions, and of course the Outbound engine determines the coin value based on your prize pool, and so we incentivize the more valuable activities with more coins algorithmically, and this is based on your North Star and then the prize pool that you want to allocate to it. So you're in full control of essentially this digital economy that you can drive through your different departments. The missions are essentially how we can earn some bonus coins, but you got to be quick. They're only on offer while the timer is active. And this is a really cool way to essentially create some internal competition and some collaboration within your team and your department to see how you're positioned within that mission, the activity and how that's correlating to results overall. And what really drives this is this reward-centric idea of putting prizes into the reward store that are only redeemable when we're ahead of target. And so it's awesome to see. We get lots of emails from players around the world of, riding e-bikes and kayaks or taking business class flights that they never thought possible, or helicopter simulators, or signed sports memorabilia and watches and all sorts of these different prizes that these players never thought would be possible to own or experience, but they can actually win them by playing the game really well and smashing their targets. So it's really cool as a culture builder to have this in your business overall. And so of course, we've got a few use cases here, dozens in fact, of how this is being working well across businesses in the world. But mate, your imagination can be taken anywhere here. And so, you could be having a sales team and maybe you want to come up with a bunch of different ideas or pick 5 or so activities that could happen. We've got this periodic table of outbound sales, but sales doesn't have to have all the fun. It can be marketing as well. And we've seen it work in marketing and operations and leadership and finance. And it's a lot of fun to be able to drive forward. And so that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you gamify any department, game the growth within those departments, and then automate that with the other technology platforms or CRMs that you might be working with, whether that's Salesforce or HubSpot or Pipedrive, and of course a bunch of other platforms that you might be using or want to start using in sales technologies like Proposify or Vidyard or anything like this. So feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to book in any discovery calls, get to know your business, what you want to build in terms of gamification. We've got the team and the engine and the software to be able to make it all come to life in your business. And so, feel free to reach out or head to our website, outbound.game, to get a further overview. But there it is. Really, action plan. If you want to take some value out of this video, what's your North Star? If you could only do 5 things really, really well, what would they be? And how do you want to reward yourself and celebrate at the end of the day? This is a really key part of gamification, but also motivation at large. So hope you enjoy, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Cheers.